I gotta get my mic back on. Super hot. Super hot. Super hot. Super hot. God, that's annoying. Sorry, that took a long time.
Yeah, that's right.
Getting that back on. Super hot.
Super hot.
Super hot.
Super hot. Super hot. Super hot. Super hot.
Hi, Rich.
Hi, Jack. How you doing today?
Super hot.
Ah!
Super hot.
Okay, so Super Hot. The super hot indie title that everyone's playing. Genre-wise, I am gonna call it a first-person action puzzle game because it's very similar to Portal in my book. You get a 3D environment and it's a first-person perspective, and every level is kind of like a puzzle in which you need to kill all the red guys, but time only moves when you move.
It's like somebody saw bullet time and,
Yeah.
and said, "Why is this temporary?"
Yeah, yeah.
I might slightly disagree with you on the puzzle part. I see it more as a first-person strategery, tactic-y,
Tactic-y?
first-person shooter. When I think of a puzzle, though, I think of something that has one or two very specific solutions.
Sure.
Like you get through here by putting the 1 on the 2, which moves the latch to open the thing, so you can pull the thing down,
Yeah.
and the door opens. That's a puzzle. This is more like, it's like somebody took like an ultra fast-paced, crazy shooter,
Yeah.
and they let you stop and think about what your next move is gonna be.
Super hot. Super hot.
Here's actually like one of the big failings of the game. You complete each level, and then they give you kind of a normal speed replay of it, which should be a real treat. Because I think like that's the whole idea of the game.
Yeah.
Is you can do all this stuff in slow motion, but let's see how it looks in real
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Super badass, grabbing
Super
guns,
hot.
super hot. The problem is when you watch that replay, a little voice says super hot,
Super hot.
super hot, and it ruins that treat for me.
I will agree.
There's a thing in Super Meat Boy where after you defeat a level, you know, you die 100 times in
Yeah.
a level on Super Meat Boy, but afterwards you get to see all 100 lives play out, meat splattering everywhere, and it's this wonderful reward for defeating a level. And you can do that in Super Hot, but you have to press like 3 commands to get to the real replay without the super hot playing. And I want that reward right away. And it really soured the reward for me.
All right, and that's our super hot discussion. A lot of shooters, I mean, you start off, you got the simple enemies, the pistol, and the shotgun guy, and then slowly they'll add in new weapons over the course of the game and new enemy types, maybe a larger map, or maybe halfway through the game you get some kind of like jump boot power that lets you jump into the air.
Sure.
And this is just, I'm not saying this is a terrible thing, it's just the simplicity of the concept.
It
There's
is.
not at least they didn't think of things to expand on. There's just not much to expand into. You get the slowdown power.
Yep.
Which, if there were 40 hours of that, it would probably get extremely old.
Very, yes.
And you got guys with a gun, guys with a shotgun, and guys with a machine gun.
Yep.
And then that's every level until you get the one twist is like you get body hopping powers where you can hop into somebody's body. But
Interesting new twist that I often forgot about.
yeah. I often forgot about it when I was playing through the campaign.
Yeah.
But once you get to the challenge maps after beating the story mode, then you really need to use that shit more.
Yeah.
Like this is 95% game, 5% story. And when you're making a game that's a fine thing. I was actually upset whenever this game stopped having me shoot things so it can try and shove its artsy fartsy finger up my ass.
Which it did a lot.
Because it does pure gameplay great.
Yeah.
I love running around and shooting at things. And then when the game stops and it tries to tell me you're not really in control, the system's in control, and what does being in control mean, really? Walk through this door and look at yourself in the room, sitting down, playing a game. Yeah, shut up, I'm playing a fucking game. Let me shoot at those red guys. You might think this game is just shooting at red guys, but maybe there's more. No, I want to shoot at the red guys. It's worse because we somewhat recently played through Pony Island.
Yeah.
And if you look at the story, Pony Island does the same basic story, only Pony Island doesn't have its head shoved 10 feet up its ass. Which would be easier to do because a pony has a relatively long neck.
Oh, sure.
But it doesn't do that.
Subtlety. Subtlety is really important when you are telling a story like this. So going back to Portal, because they're very similar games. In Portal, your character comes across the larger world and you get little hints that maybe things aren't quite what they seem. In SUPERHOT, a computer voice says, "Things aren't what they seem!"
Things aren't what they seem. The world around you is a lie. Free will is a false idea. Go ahead, we dare you. Try and shut off the game. There is no real control. Hit escape. I hit Alt-Tab and X'd out the game.
Yeah. Try again.
Okay. There, I just disconnected.
I see that.
Yeah.
Why?
I guess I was in control.
What?
I guess I was in control.
What had happened?
Oh, it was telling me I couldn't disconnect from the game, and my brain was there. And just try and disconnect. Just try. It worked.
You beat the game.
I beat the game.
Congrats! Wow.
Wow, that was really easy. Who's in control now, bitch? See, I think the game really starts once you get through the bullshit story mode. And I have a feeling the devs knew that too. Because for me, the meat and potatoes, something I'm fond of saying, the meat and potatoes, is like the challenge modes and the arena maps you get after beating the game.
Yes.
Then there's no pretense of who's in control. And we're saying something really important. No, it's just there's a map and there's guys that spawn, and like the first 4 spawn in the same spots, but after that it's pretty random.
Yeah.
So you don't get that memorization. and you're trying to beat your own tops, like 20 kills last time. Let's see if I can get 25 this time.
Yeah.
And maybe the sword guy starts swarming at you this time. And last time it was one machine guy gun over here and a shotgun gun. So you get the variety that way.
Your mic is all cattywampus.
Jink.
Yeah, see if you can. I think the way I'd like to sum up my feelings for the game is it's kind of a really interesting premise and stunning visuals that are kind of wasted on weak level design. This, for me, going into finals, recommendations, final thoughts.
Yep.
This SUPERHOT is forever a Steam sale game. Like we got it for like $25. If you can find it under 10, you're gonna pick it up, play it for 5 hours, and then forget it exists.
I will more or less agree with you. The question is, where's your magic price to game ratio?
Right.
Is $22 too much?
Yes.
Probably, maybe. But if you have money coming out your ass, whatever.
Well, then you don't care about anything.
That's nothing. That's nothing. Like we can justify it as a business expense.
Exactly.
So we're fine.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with the game for that reason. But yeah.
If I were a general consumer, though.
Is $25 worth it for about a few hours worth of game?
The answer is no.
I don't necessarily know. I know for you, a few hours.
Yeah.
I do like the challenge maps. Mm-hmm. I might be playing the game more often if I didn't currently have 200 hours into XCOM 2. So that is my gaming black hole right now. So I can't say for sure whether or not I would only have a few hours into SUPERHOT or whether or not I would be playing those challenge maps more than I have.
And